Oh, this is great. Oh, our friends are in the audience. Oh, this is, hey everybody. Welcome, good morning everybody. Welcome to the press conference for WIFF 2022. I'm Vincent Georgia, I'm the festival's Executive Director and Chief Programmer, and welcome to everybody watching our live stream this morning as well. We've got a lot of really good news to share with you this morning. This marks the 18th edition of the Windsor International Film Festival. We're very happy to be back running our beautiful festival here in Windsor. We're also very proud to be Canada's largest volunteer-run film festival. Very big thank you to our sponsors for making this even possible for us. First and foremost, the Toldo Foundation. Thank you very much to them for being our presenting sponsor and for loving film and loving our community as much as we do. Thanks very much indeed to Lena 625 for supporting our People's Choice Award. We appreciate that. To the University of Windsor Alumni Association for supporting our box office. To the Lisa and Brian Schwab Foundation, very dear friends of our festival, for supporting our venue at the Armories. Our opening night sponsor will have our great opening night film right here in this beautiful theater, so thanks to our hosts, St. Clair College, for that. For our closing night film, thanks to our hosts, My Home, the University of Windsor. Thank you so much for the support of our closing night and also of our Women of WIFF initiative. Thank you very much to Hôtel Dieu Grace Healthcare Foundation for being a community partner around our films around mental health and wellness. Merci beaucoup to all of our friends that are here, the Windsor Region Society of Architects for being our champion of downtown Windsor, à Radio-Canada for being our supporter of Francophone films. WIFF shows the highest amount of Francophone films in the country. We have 43 feature films in French this year, very proud of that, so thanks to them. Thanks to my good friend Scott McCain, thank you Scott, for the support around our LGBTQ2+ slate of films as well. And to the Downtown Windsor BIA, we're firmly committed to being a downtown festival and supporting downtown Windsor. Thanks very much for supporting us around our WIFF Present series for our year-round programming. And very special thanks finally to the tremendous support we received from the Government of Canada and FedDev. Thank you so much. Thank you very much to the Ontario Cultural Attraction Fund. Thank you so much. And certainly to the Ontario Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Sport. Thank you very much for the support. We appreciate it very much indeed. So, this year's festival, we are up from Thursday, October 27th through to Sunday, November 6th. We are running an 11-day festival. It's the largest film festival that we've offered here in our community. We're back and bigger than ever. We're featuring 177 feature films and documentaries, 24 short films, for a total of 311 screenings. We are delighted. This represents a 7% increase in features and documentaries, and a 12% increase in screenings. We are truly an international film festival. We scour the world for the very best of cinema, and we're very proud to bring films here from Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, China, films from Croatia, from the Czech Republic, from Canada, from Denmark, from Egypt, from Finland, from France, from Germany, from Greece, from Hungary, some films from India, from Iran, from Ireland, from Italy, from Lebanon, and Morocco, and the Netherlands, Norway, Palestine, Peru, Poland, Qatar, Romania, Serbia, Spain, South Africa, some terrific films from South Korea, Sweden, Switzerland, the UK, and the United States. And all of these films will be shown at our beautiful venues, our home, the Capitol Theatre, our beautiful home, this beautiful theatre here, the Chrysler Theatre, and of course our Armories Theatre at the University of Windsor's School of Creative Arts. We're also very happy to have the return of both WIFF Village and WIFF Alley this year. WIFF Village is it was an initiative we started at our last festival in 2019, offering a really immersive, exciting nightlife experience outdoors after the films for people who want to continue that conversation and enjoy each other's company and celebrate these films. So from Thursday, November 3rd through to Sunday, November 6th, WIFF Village will be back downtown Windsor with some parties and events, some DJs, some music, and all sorts of fun downtown for us to all enjoy after the films, and that'll be from Thursday, November 3rd through to Sunday, November 6th. And then WIFF Alley, the amazing alley that we put up some beautiful film-based murals, that beautiful alley that connects the Capitol Theater, the Chrysler Theater. You can expect a whole bunch of programming to be going on in that alley for all 11 days of the festival. So as our movie lovers are furiously headed between the Capitol and the Chrysler, you're able to be there and enjoy some extra surprises in WIFF Alley. And very happy, of course, to have tremendous artwork by some local artists that have contributed to that space. In terms of overall successes, we take our programming very seriously at the festival. Everything comes down to really what is on the screen and the quality of what we're showing. In the past 18 years, WIFF Films have collected a total of 189 Oscar nominations, including 12 Best Pictures, 38 Oscar wins, 122 Golden Globe nominations, including 22 wins, 84 prizes from the Cannes Film Festival, including 13 Palme d'Or recipients. In 2019, we had a really tremendous slate of films. As we think back to 2019, we have to think back to the film Parasite. And I remember the tremendous screenings that we had in this very theater that we had months before the film's theatrical release. And we're delighted that film went on, continued in its march to global acclaim, including receiving 6 Oscar nominations and winning 4 Oscars, including Best Picture of the Year. The first film in a non-English language to ever receive the Best Picture prize. And our audiences got to jump in on that months ahead of time, so that was a great time for our audience. Also, Martin Scorsese's film The Irishman, which had received 10 nominations, delighted to have brought that film to our audience. And we, from what we understood from Netflix, had the 3rd biggest run of The Irishman for the country. So really delighted by that. Our Marriage Story had received 6 nominations and won an Oscar for the actress Laura Dern. And additional films that received nominations from that year's festival were Pain and Glory, Honeyland, Les Miserables, For Sama, and The Cave, which totaled in 29 Oscar nominations. Now, as we turn our attention to 2022, because in between we kind of ran a drive-in for a couple of years and had some fun down at the Detroit River, we're back with our major art house film festival, and for 2022 we're delighted to bring some major titles to the festival. First up, we're very happy to share that Sarah Polley's new film, Women Talking, starring Rudy Mara, Jessie Buckley, and Claire Foy, will be here at the festival. This is a film from Universal Pictures. It is a major Oscar contender based upon the novel by Miriam Taves. So very happy to bring that film here. That will be a film of major interest and attention to our audience. So very happy to be bringing Women Talking here. And also of terrific Windsor note, that the assistant director on that film is Windsor's own Dan Murphy. So wonderful local connection as well, and very happy to bring that film here. Very happy to bring the tremendous, rollicking, ridiculous Triangle of Sadness, the Palme d'Or winner this year, from Swedish director Ruben Östlund. This film will be here. This is your buzzed about, everyone's talking about film of the festival. There is no question, and that's Triangle of Sadness. Also, for all the Squid Game fans, we're happy to announce today that Lee Jung-jae, his new film that he's not only starring in, but he's made his directorial debut, Hunt, will also be here at the festival. This is here in pre-release status. This is a very exciting, all-over-the-place action film. There's not a moment to breathe in this film. It's quite a night at the movies, and that is Hunt. Very happy to bring the film Broker here by the Japanese master Hirokazu Koreeda, starring the great South Korean actor Song Kang-ho, who we know from Parasite. He won the Best Actor prize at the Cannes Film Festival this year, and Broker is also here in pre-release status at the festival. And another film we want to highlight, the beautiful film Close from Belgium. It's a tremendous film about friendship and family, directed by Lucas Dant. The film won the Grand Prix at the Cannes Film Festival, which is amazing when this is Lucas's second film. What a way to make a second film. You just go and win the Grand Prix at Cannes. So very happy to bring those major films to the festival this year. In 2019, WIFF made a huge commitment to Canadian film. Canadian film is our passion. It's what we love all international film, but Canadian film is what we are so proud of and want to support the most. And in 2019, we created the WIFF Prize in Canadian Film that came with a $10,000 cash prize. We nominated the 10 very best films from Canada that year, and a jury of industry colleagues joined us here at the festival to adjudicate the films and awarded that $10,000 cash prize to the film Quessapan by Myriam Véro, which went on to receive international acclaim and continued its festival journey around the world, and we're delighted to have highlighted that film. For 2022, we have increased our commitment to this prize with a $25,000 cash prize for the best Canadian film. That prize goes directly to the filmmaker. and very, very proud to have a tangible commitment to celebrating excellence in Canadian film. We look forward to making an announcement about our jurors for this prize over the coming weeks. Lots of fun to announce on that front. But we're very happy that we recently announced at a celebration at TIFF our 10 nominees for this prize. These films will be screening and adjudicated at the festival, and on Sunday, October 30th, during the opening weekend, our jury will announce which film has received the $25,000 cash prize. So this year's nominees are, and all of these films will be featured at the festival: Brother, directed by Clement Virgo and distributed by Elevation Pictures; Eternal Spring, directed by Jason Loftus, distributed by Level Film; Falcon Lake, directed by Charlotte Lebon and distributed by Sphere Films; I Like Movies, directed by Chandler Levac, distributed by Mongrel Media; Norbourg, directed by Maxime Giroux and distributed by Maison Quatière. This is a return to WIFF for Maxime. His film Félix and Mera opened the festival in 2014, and his beautiful film poster still hangs in the Capitol Theatre to this day. North of Normal, directed by Carly Stone and distributed by Elevation Pictures. Rice Boy Sleeps, directed by Anthony Shim and distributed by Game Theory Films. Something You Said Last Night, directed by Luis De Filippis and distributed by Elevation Pictures. The Swearing Jar, directed by Lindsay McKay and distributed by Level Films. And finally, To Kill a Tiger, directed by Nisha Pauja and distributed by the National Film Board. This is also a return to the festival for Nisha. Her film, The World Before Her, opened the festival in 2012. Another important initiative that we're proud of at the festival that returns this year is our commitment to our initiative called Women of WIFF. This is an important initiative that showcases films that are about women and made by women. And this year's selection is the outstanding Buffy Sainte-Marie, Carry It On, directed by Madison Thomas. Really, really happy to bring this film forward, as it, I think, highlights an amazing person, an amazing artist, an amazing... Buffy Sainte-Marie has had a life and an impact that far greater than most of us have ever realized, and this film will, I think, showcase that life in a really compelling way. So we look forward to showcasing that film and with some special guests here for Women of WIFF. This program is strongly supported not only by the University of Windsor Office of the President, but very importantly, Women of WIFF is supported by many, many supporters in this community who contribute actively to be part of this initiative to make Women of WIFF a possibility at the festival. So thanks to them for being a part of it. As the Academy Awards period fast approaches, there are already 9 films at the festival this year that their home countries have already submitted their films for Oscar consideration in the category of Best International Feature. So the 9 films that we're bringing you that have already been selected for Oscar consideration by their home country are: from Austria, Corsage; from Belgium, Close; from Canada, Eternal Spring; from Denmark, Holy Spider; from Finland, Girl Picture; from Germany, All Quiet on the Western Front; from Poland, EO; from South Korea, Decision to Leave; and finally from Sweden, Boy from Heaven. Continuing again this year is our partnership with Netflix and bringing the very best and most exciting films ahead of streaming and seeing them up on the big screen ahead of the curve to build opinion leadership in our audience. And 2 tremendous films that we're bringing from our Netflix partners are the remake of All Quiet on the Western Front and the new film starring Florence Pugh called The Wonder, which is based on Emma Donohue's book. Also new this year is a terrific partnership with Amazon Studios, and thanks very much to our new partners at Amazon for bringing some of the very best films that they have as well. These 3 films are Awa, Goodnight Oppie, and Wildcat. 3 under-the-radar films that are going to definitely be audience favorites. They're really quite wonderful. A signature event at the festival is the Marc Bascariel 48-Hour Flick Fest. Mark founded this festival, and one of his passions is really seeing anybody and everybody try, attempt, and have some fun making a film. So this competition took place a few weekends ago, where filmmakers of all different backgrounds and all different levels of experience attempt, and the key word in some cases is attempt, to make a film in just 48 hours, of making a 5-minute short, where they have a line of dialogue, a prop, a character with a name and a trait, and a job that they must include in the film. There were 16 teams that competed, and right now these films are being adjudicated by our jury for WIFF for the Mark Brescal 40-Hour Flick Fest. And the jury members adjudicating this year are Chris Holliday, the Director of Special Event Programming from the Jacob Burns Film Center in New York. Chevis LaBelle, the film production coordinator at South by Southwest, Texas, and Gabriele Salmoni, the composer of film, television, and games based in Bologna, Italy. So they're all adjudicating those films right now, and the very best of them will be shown on Friday, November 4th at the Capitol Theater. For WIFF Local 2022, we're very, very proud to show the very best stories by Windsor filmmakers, and in some cases about terrific Windsor stories. And I'm very, very happy to have an outstanding slate this year. It's a large slate, and it's a really high quality slate. This year's jury included Armando Beaumont, writer, director, producer based in Vancouver, Madeleine DeCorso, actress based in Toronto, and Kurt Kamanaka, actor, writer, director based, he's a pretty lucky guy, he's based in Honolulu, Hawaii. So the feature films this year, in this year's selection, are Boblo Boats, a Detroit fairy tale directed by Aaron Schillinger. That one's going to be a really, really fun screening. I think we're going to have a really good time with that. Reset, directed by Min Bay, a University of Windsor professor. Walkerville's Willestead Manor, the home that shaped a community, directed by Nick Shields. And congratulations to Nick and that whole team and the city of Windsor for putting huge support behind that film. It's a real jewel of a film. That one is going to be a big one right on opening weekend. Wolves, directed by Danny Dunlop and starring actor Jake Raymond. And finally, A Year in the Forest, directed by Windsor's own Michael Evans. Those are 5 really terrific. It's a high watermark on the feature side this year, there's no question. So we're delighted by those. For our local shorts as well, again this year it's a large slate of local films that were selected to be included in the festival. They're really terrific. In our first slate of films that'll screen on Thursday, October 27th, Late Bloomer, directed by Nathan Bergs, Date Zaster, directed by John Strahl, Rent Due, directed by Gavin Michael Booth, and Artifice, also directed by Gavin Michael Booth. For our second slate of shorts, playing on Wednesday, November 2nd, Chivalric Values, directed by Elisa Weir. Sapphic Dating for Rural Victorians. That's a pretty good title. Also directed by Elisa Weir. Purity, directed by Carolina Di Grado. Continuum, directed by Callum Hotchkiss. From Napoli with Love, directed by Luca Cunhal. And finally, Big Little Show, directed by Gemma Iva. And in our third slate of WIFF local films, in terms of our shorts, on Saturday, November 5th, Cat's Got Your Tongue, directed by Elizabeth Whitmere. Room 15, directed by Ryan Wilson. The Backhand, directed by Ken Amlin. And finally, Letters from Home, directed by Lana Oppen. All of these films will be featured in our local shorts program, so we're quite excited. In terms of other additional special programming, one of our most popular series, no question, and certainly one of the most fun, is our Midnight Madness series. Midnight Madness is back with ridiculously wild films, cult classics, and some major nostalgia. It's quite a mix of films this year. Opening up the series this year for Midnight Madness on Friday, October 28th, is the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know that I ever thought I'd think that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was playing, but as a Midnight Madness selection, we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. So delighted to have that film open the series. On Saturday, October 29th, Smoking Causes Coughing, which is the equivalent of the Power Rangers on acid. It's a film from France. Half the time you're watching it, you actually can't believe what you're seeing on screen. That will be a good one. On Friday, November 4th, with tongue firmly planted in cheek, it is Cats. And then finally on, right? And then on Saturday, November 5th, it is our annual screening of Get Your Spoons Ready. We're showing The Room. In terms of other special presentations at the festival, delighted to have a special presentation of Indian Horse based upon the book by Richard Wagamis. This is brought to us by the University of Windsor and the University of Windsor's Alumni Association. Dr. Beverly Jacobs from the University of Windsor, as well as representatives from the men's Lancer hockey team, will be participating in a really important conversation on stage about their recent visit to Kamloops and their reflection and actions around truth and reconciliation. So we look forward to that conversation and a very special screening of Indian Horse, and that will be on Tuesday, November 1st at the Capitol Theater. Also looking forward to something quite special in a different way, a special screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show here at the Chrysler Theatre, which will be hosted by Disco Jesus, a fun interactive session evening for that on Saturday, October 29th. A special screening of the original Halloween starring Jamie Lee Curtis and directed by John Carpenter. We look forward to bringing that film to screen. A 4K restoration of David Cronenberg's controversial masterpiece, Crash, will also be featured at the festival. This film won a special prize at the Cannes Film Festival for audacity. And anyone that's seen the film knows what I mean. So we look forward to bringing that film back in a very beautiful restoration. Also, major anniversaries of outstanding films. We're happy to invite the 15th anniversary of David Fincher's Zodiac, the 25th anniversary, if you can believe it, of Gus Van Sant's Good Will Hunting, which brought us Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. The 30th anniversary of Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula will also be at the festival. The 30th anniversary of Robert Altman's The Player, the best Hollywood satire I think we've ever had. The 30th anniversary, and it's also a 4K restoration of the Merchant Ivory production of Howard's End with Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. It's a beautiful restoration. The 40th anniversary of the Canadian classic Philip Borsos's The Grey Fox. And of course, it has now been 10 years that The Untouchables graced us with their presence. It is the most popular film we've ever had at WIFF, and it is now having a special screening this year, celebrating its 10 years with us, as it screens every year, being our all-time favorite film at this festival. A major part of the festival, too, is making sure audience sees not only the best films, gets to see those best films early and ahead of the curve, in some cases weeks, months, and it's happened before, years ahead of its actual commercial release. So there are 29 films this year that our audience will be seeing well ahead of their commercial announcements. These include, so what are we seeing early? We're seeing All Quiet on the Western Front, Boy from Heaven, Broker, Brother, Close, Corsage, Decision to Leave, Empire of Light, EO, Eternal Spring, Girl Picture, Goodnight Oppie, Awa, Holy Spider, Hunt, I Like Movies, The Lost King, Metronome, North of Normal, Nowhere Special, it's really good, One Fine Morning, The Origin of Evil, Peter Van Kant, Pretty Problems, The Return of Tanya Tucker, that one's quite a surprise, it's very good too, Rice Boy Sleeps, RMN, Rodeo, Rosie, Something You Said Last Night, So Much Tenderness, Smoking Causes Coughing, Spin Me Round, To Kill a Tiger, Tori and Lokita, Triangle of Sadness, Wildcat, Women Talking, and The Wonder. In terms of who are our favorite stars of international cinema that we'll see right up on screen, films this year will include Olivia Colman, Colin Firth, Woody Harrelson, Juliette Binoche twice, Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Lee Jung-jae, Paul Mescal twice, Xavier Dolan, Vincent Lacoste, Ben Whishaw, Isabelle Huppert, Jessie Buckley, Sally Hawkins, Steve Coogan, Lamar Johnson, Aaron Pierre, Marsha Stephanie Blake, Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., Vicky Creeps twice, Harris Dickinson, Florence Pugh, Zara Amir Ibrahimi, Song Kang-ho, Léa Seydoux twice as well, Margaret Qualley, Joe Alwyn, Anthony Hopkins, Emma Thompson, Vanessa Redgrave, Vincent Guillaume-Otis, François Arnaud, Monia Chokri, Sarah Gadon, Windsor's own River Price Mempa, who's in North of Normal and she's really good, Tanya Tucker, Buffy St. Marie, and the great Frances McDormand. In terms of the best filmmakers, new films this year from acclaimed directors Sam Mendes, Sarah Polley, Ruben Östlund, Hirokazu Koreeda, Jerzy Skolimowski, Park Chan-wook, Claire Denis, Lucas Dant, François Ozon, Stephen Frears, Ali Abbasi, Maimouna Doucouré, Madison Thomas, Quentin Dupieux, Sébastien Marnier, the Dardenne brothers, Jean-Pierre Dardenne and Luc Dardenne, Christian Mungiu, Clement Virgo, Maxime Giroux, Chandler Levac, Anthony Shim, Luis De Filippis, Lindsay McKay, Jason Loftus, Charlotte Lebon, Nisha Pauja, Carly Stone, Mary Kreutzer, Nick Shields, Michael Evans, Min Bay, Aaron Schillinger, Catherine Corsini, Davy Chu, the late great Robert Altman, David Fincher, James Ivory, Gus Van Sant, Francis Ford Coppola, and in a special screening of La Dolce Vita, Federico Fellini. Our opening night selection of the festival this year is Empire of Light, directed by Sam Mendes, starring Olivia Colman, Colin Firth, and Michael Ward. This is a tremendous new film from Sam Mendes. It is about the love of movies, the love of old movie theaters, the emotional connections we have with people on screen and off screen. It's a terrific way to open up the festival. We can't wait to have it here on opening night here at St. Clair Center for the Arts. So thank you to St. Clair College for bringing that evening to us. And we, of course, have that film for our audience ahead of release. This year's closing night selection is a beautiful discovery from TIFF. It is Awa, directed by Mamouna Doucouré, brought to us by Amazon Studios, thanks to Amazon, and brought to us by the University of Windsor. This is a jewel of a film that we found at TIFF just a month ago. It made its world premiere, and it's a hidden treasure. This one's going to be a love fest from beginning to end with our audience. In terms of Francophone films, we are so proud, again, that WIFF shows the highest amount of Francophone films at a festival in this country. 25% of our program is Francophone. We're very proud of that. We have 43 new feature films in French showing here at the festival. And merci beaucoup à Radio-Canada de nous appuyer avec cette initiative. Ça nous fait grand plaisir. Amongst the many Francophone films at the festival, Arsenault et Fils, Between Two Worlds, starring Juliette Binoche, Fly Me Away, Madeleine Collins, Maigret, Peter Van Kant, Susanna Andler, and the really terrific new film, Tori and Lokita. Our annual Spotlight on Architecture, brought to us by the Windsor Region Society of Architects, focus on films that are about great cities, great communities, and what makes cities livable, beautiful, and interesting. This year's selections in this slate include Dreaming Walls Inside the Chelsea Hotel, I Didn't See You There, Mao, and A Year in the Forest. Our terrific annual partnership with the Hot Docs Film Festival, the world's most important documentary film festival. Thanks very much to President Chris McDonald and Artistic Director Shane Smith for bringing us the very best films from that festival. So 14 terrific new documentaries we featured here at the festival. Some of those selections include African Moot, Fire of Love, Framing Agnes, Geographies of Solitude, Handle with Care, The Legend of the Nautic Streetball Crew, which is really good, and the very moving, unloved Huronia's Forgotten Children. This is to say nothing about the slates of films we have around music, around sports, and also around LGBTQ+ programming. Tickets for the whole festival right now are available right now. The website is up and live. You're able to get your tickets and get your festival passes right now on the website at windsorfilmfestival.com, and check out the new website. It's a brand new website, so you can enjoy that. In-person box office sales start at the Capitol Theatre as of October 20th. And another bonus perk for any of our pass holders watching our live stream today is that you'll be able now to get your tickets for films a day ahead of the days of screening. So you can come a day ahead and pick up your tickets, so that way the early mornings are not as early, which I think will make a lot of people really happy. So that'll be fantastic. And again, tickets are on sale right now. WIFF 2022 runs from Thursday, October 27th to Sunday, November 6th. Thank you very much for being here this morning, and we look forward to seeing you at the movies. Thank you. Thanks. Happy to take any questions or do a scrum, whatever works for folks. Yeah, perfect. Come on up. Oui, parfait. Hey, how's it going? What's going on?